I am Sarah Bird Nelson, Reiki Master Teacher and Feng Shui practitioner. Today I'd like to share with you a bit about the art of Feng Shui. So Feng Shui is the energy of fortune. Feng means wind or qi and energy and how that energy moves. Shui means water, water equating to fortune and abundance. Feng Shui, the energy of fortune or abundance. Feng Shui originally came to be as Chinese royalty were looking for the perfect site for burial. And as the allure and auspiciousness of Feng Shui began to spread throughout communities, it then began to move into the home and became more and more common in Chinese culture. Eventually, different schools of Feng Shui came to be, as in many healing modalities. So I practice BTB Feng Shui, which is the most Western form or school of Feng Shui. The roadmap or foundation to Feng Shui is called the Pa Qua or Bagua map, depending on which school you are working in. So the Pa Qua is octagonal in shape, and the Bagua map is square or rectangle. I lean on the Bagua map to map out the home. So the Bagua map, as you can see here, has 9 different sections that relate to 9 different areas of our life. Those areas are fame and reputation, love and relationships, creativity in children or new beginnings, helpful people and travel, career and life purpose, wisdom and knowledge, which is where I am standing in my home right now, family and community, wealth and abundance, and finally, if not the most important actually, health and well-being, which sits in the center of our home and touches all the other areas of our life. So with the use of the Bagua map, in the BTB School of Feng Shui, we align the front of the Bagua map to our front door. And this is not the side door that you use on a regular basis. This is the true front door of your home, whether you use it or not. And many of you have heard me say this before, you should be using it, even if you open it for some fresh air or to stand in the doorway, let the dog in and out, or to just enjoy a cup of tea, taking in the view. So the front door is what we align to the Bagua map. Essentially, Feng Shui is the flow of energy in your home, which translates to the flow of energy and abundance in your life. Our home is a mirror, a reflection of our life. Take a walk around your home and see how just the energy of your home, outside of even looking at the Bagua map, how your home feels to you. Not what it aesthetically looks like, not whether you like the color of a certain room, but how your home feels in your heart, in your gut, how it feels to you. That is connecting you to the energy of your home. And then there are ways to bring that energy in alignment to abundance. Because even outside of the wealth and abundance corner, we can be abundant in all areas of our life. Within those 9 areas of the Bagua map, the 9 areas of our life, we also layer in the next foundation of Feng Shui, which are the 5 elements. That being earth, fire, metal, water, and wood. Those are the 5 elements in Feng Shui. We do not include air because air cannot be contained. Air is energy. Air is all around us, and we cannot contain it. We can contain the other 5 elements. We will not be able to include all the details of Feng Shui in this video. I do have an online course that also includes mentoring that will bring Feng Shui into your life in its entirety. I also do one-on-one consultations. So if you want to dig deeper into the art of Feng Shui and bring it into your life, I have the class available or one-on-one consultation available. Today, I really want to illustrate how Feng Shui works in a home. So we are going to step into the wealth and abundance corner of my home. The element here, the primary element, is wood. The secondary or supportive element is water. The destructive element is metal because metal cuts wood. And then we've got the two others, so that's 3 of 5 elements, right? We've got the 2 other elements hanging out, and that would be fire and earth. So when we are working in any area of our home, we are not trying to completely eliminate the destructive element. That destructive element actually does serve a purpose in the energy flow of that area of our life. And so we want to strike this balance, knowing what metal does to wood and using it in a way to bring balance to an area. Here you can see the corner of our family room. This is where we do most of our hanging out. And you will notice a few things. You'll notice the wood element in the coffee table, in the shelves above the couch, in the lamp and the table that it's sitting on, in the 2 trunks, and in that painting. That is the wood element in its fullest in our wealth and abundance corner. All right. So let's point out a few things. So the coffee table, wood, grounding, because water supports wood. You could also do a glass coffee table here as well. The picture hanging of the birches. Many people look at this and think, why do you have birches without leaves? Like, why are you in the fall, winter season here? Does that really represent growth? To us, it does, and I will tell you why. And side note, this is the essence of how I teach and bring Feng Shui into your life. The essence of connecting to the items in your home. Understanding what they mean to you and how they show up in your heart. So it has been told to us that prior to this house being built, this land was covered with birches, and unfortunately, the developers came in and clear cut them. I love the birch trees that surround our property because oftentimes they're the last ones hanging onto their leaves. And that is me hanging on to summer. So they really connect us to the land. The other story of this painting is that the cycles of nature, so moving from summer to fall to winter to spring, are the cycles that impact us both spiritually, energetically, and physically as we move through them. So here, the cycle, the season of fall, that beautiful carpet of leaves and all the nourishment that those leaves bring to the seedlings, the planted seeds, the opportunities that sit beneath that carpet of fallen leaves. I can only imagine what is germinating in there, right? And the rest that we are called to do, the patience, not my strong suit. Thus, this connects me to the patience of moving through the cycles in a way that is supportive. And finally, fall in many areas is a beautiful time to plant trees, to get those roots, give them time to really sink in before the cold months of winter And then when spring comes, those roots have gone deep into the earth during the fall season, which also includes rain, water, nourishing for those trees to take root into the earth. So that is one of the ways that Feng Shui can connect you to the energy of your home and your life. I look at this painting and all I see is patience and opportunity and abundance coming to fruition. So that intuitive essence of your belongings is really important. So it's not just having a lot of wood in this area. Let's get back to the elements though. The water element appears here on this chest. So that connects us to our roots, our beginnings as a family, and it connects the water element, nourishing the wood element in this room. We also have a little bit of metal that shows up, a little bit in the tray. You probably can't see it, but it's got some gold leaf to it. So that's a little bit of metal. The metal beads in the timer, the crystal, the grounding crystal, the heavy object that holds us to our abundance and our wealth. So crystals show up as the metal element. So this is our little nod, few little nods to the metal element to bring balance to the wood. This metal element helps tame down some of the wood. Even the nail heads in the chair bring in the metal element. So we've covered water, we've covered metal, we've covered wood. Now earth and fire. So these two elements sort of hang out and help us in different ways. In order for a tree to root, it needs nourishment from the earth. So we bring in the earth element through the earth tones in the room. This house carries a very earthy vibe to it. And through the coziness of the blankets and the pillows, the textures, the colors, all those earth tones. And even those rust pillows can either read more earth or a little bit of fire because of that red in them. So the earth element really grounds us. You can also see the seating, the two little seats that we pull out when we're sitting at this table, at the coffee table, playing games, or sometimes we'll even have dinner here. Earth element, baskets, earth tones, coziness. And then we have the fire element. The fire element shows up in the lighting. The fire element also shows up in the candle, bringing in the fire element to jazz us up, to be taking in wealth and abundance. So the fire invigorates us. It brings passion to our careers, to finding ways to bring in that feeling of abundance, to our relationships, feeling that abundant love in our relationships. So as I mentioned, abundance is also the essence of feeling full. Here you can see my sweet, happy Buddha, his full belly, and his peacefulness. Again, connecting us to that essence, that feeling of fullness. And for me, patience, calm, centering. So this is how I and my husband and maybe my kids are speaking and engaging with our environment. The majority of things around us are reflecting back to us growth, fullness, comfort, and holding wealth and holding abundance. That feeling of being worthy and comfortable having it all. So that is the story of Feng Shui in the Wealth and Abundance Corner. And we tell that story throughout our home in all these areas of our life, whether it's the bathroom, the garage, a bedroom. There is a way to tell the story of abundance in each area of your life through Feng Shui, through connection to your heart and to your home. When the elements are in balance or out of balance, that shows up in the energy that we carry, and that in turn manifests in different ways in our lives. So, following the wealth and abundance corner, if we have too much wood in that area, we can feel stagnant. Like we can't see the forest through the trees. We don't know where we're going. It can feel heavy. When there is not enough wood, wood creates upper movement, creates growth, represents growth. When there is a balance of wood, we start to see our abundance growing. We feel that fullness. And sometimes our bank accounts reflect that. When there is water, water being the supportive element to wood, remember wood feeds water. When there's a balance of water, those trees, that wood, those plants are growing and are feeling nourished. And thus our energy around abundance is nourished. We are full and nourished. When there's too much water, that can also cause stagnation. So think of when you overwater a plant or we get too much rain, how that can actually kill the roots of a plant. So that can also create stagnation. So finding a really happy medium by tuning into the energy of your life around the balance of the elements within a specific area will help you figure out what needs to give and take. So we'll keep going with the elements. So too much metal will cut that wood. That is the destructive element to wood. Metal cuts wood. So too much metal in this area will cut off our flow of abundance, like at the knees. No flow, no growth. A little metal will help manage if for some reason we have too much wood in that area. Or if there's so much fast growth that we can't keep up, that we start feeling chaotic. So bringing in some metal to help manage the abundance of wood in an area can be helpful. So if you have wood cabinets, wood floors, wood tables, wood chairs, that's a lot of wood. That can feel heavy. And likely when you step into a space that is all wood, that can feel heavy. We've gone through metal, fire, and earth. So earth, we need earth to hold those roots in, right? We need earth to ground us, our energy, and the wood element so that that wood element feels stable and strong and has a foundation. So we need some earth in there to hold that growth so that we don't just topple over, so that our bank account doesn't just empty. So then we just feel so in lack and we start living in lack rather than abundance. So that earth grounds us and grounds the energy of wealth and abundance. Fire, we use wood to burn, we use wood to make fire, right? So fire, the fire element brings this passion. Again, like metal, fire can keep an abundant amount of wood busy. It keeps it moving, right? It keeps energy transforming. So fire is this element of transmutation. So we need a little passion and some drive if we're trying to earn money through our career or life purpose. And we need drive to do that, that then fuels the growth of the wood element in this area. So a candle, lighting is probably enough fire so that you're not burning out the wood, but you're creating this spark, this passion, so that you align to abundance in a passionate, forward movement way. And this is where I like to bring fire into every room in my home, either through lighting or candles, because it is that spark to begin creating and walking our path. So that is a little play on how the elements show up. Now, if there's too much fire, you are going to be burning through money. Like money comes in and it goes out immediately. Different than the water flow, this flow in, this flow out, you are going to feel like you can't make enough because it's constantly being spent. You're always behind if there's too much fire in the area of wealth and abundance. So play with the energy of where you sit with feeling full and abundant in both finances and in life in general, and see where you can bring in some balance through the elements. We sit down and journal and meditate in our space. We do all these things to create an abundant life, and we forget what we're sitting in. The best way to start on the path of Feng Shui is to start clearing, moving stagnant energy. So walk around your home and release what you need to release. Whether that's an item or something just needs a deep clean, both of those are ways to move energy in your home. And that is always how we start, by shifting energy. My father always used to say, the things in our home should tell a story. What is the story that your home is telling? Is it abundant? Is it calm? Do you feel connected to that story? Bringing in Feng Shui can help make that connection. It can connect you to the fullness of all these areas of your life so that you are making the choice and creating an abundant life for yourself. We all tune into abundance in different ways, and tuning into your home will support you in doing just that. So you can take Embrace Your Space, which is my online Feng Shui course. It is available all year long. And then you will see a schedule for the mentoring sessions that are 7 weeks long. It's where you get some really good dialogue around what's working and what's not, and how to bring in the elements and find that balance. It's me in Zoom, online with you, in this beautiful group of like souls working through their homes. And your other option is to work one-on-one with me. Drop any questions below. I would love to have a dialogue about Feng Shui and how your home is reflecting your life. Peace and blessings, my friends.